Shapeshifter. It's amazing that deer wasn't there a couple minutes ago. Why is it looking at me with the freaking tree? Like, I get it's a deer, but what the heck is going on? Because I'm right in the middle of a Bigfoot world that this trail came through. It's almost impossible as you get down lower. Where they I guess they logged some of it just on either side and they would load up. I don't know how they got up this, but it was literally in the middle of a world. They went crazy. Anyway, you're not gonna believe this. Where is it? There's one there. I got toes, you guys. I mean, it's unbelievable. There's one there. I don't know if you can see it, but it's like, it's right there. It's small. That's why. I'll show you how small in a second. Then I got a great one. It's one of the best footprints I've ever gotten in my life. You see it? I think they do it for me, and then they make sure I don't miss it. Look at that. The toes and everything, you guys. Look at that. You know it's not me, because look how flat. That's what it looks like when you're walking bare feet. That's what it looks like when you're walking with a shoe. Okay, and then look at the size difference. So, isn't it funny how people in Bigfoot are always showing these giant footprints? And I think I'm the only one that shows ones that are smaller. It's not always about trying to find this big giant footprint. Please get out of the human thinking. There's footprints out here this big, that big. And there's ones out here that are that big. So stop worrying about what size the footprints were. It doesn't make a difference. You can ask the question, but it's meaningless because there's every size. Okay? Even if it was one species out here, there's going to be every size. You have all ages, little babies, every size. They actually grow up. So don't worry about which size the footprints are. You can just see how blatant where I'm walking is. He was going, where was he going? Oh, he walked. Okay, so he stepped there. I'm not going to step in that. And then he went to here. It looks like around these rocks. I think that's what they do most of the time. See how these rocks get flattened in? I swear they just walk on the rocks all the time. It's a better feeling. And you don't get, the ground doesn't get loose underneath you. And there's a symmetrical X right next to the footprint. Look at this. I found the most remote, undrivable corner of this place, where only like machines had come through here when they did that. And now I think ATVs. I can tell it's just, even if you're on an ATV, you don't want to be on this trail because you're gonna this far out, you're gonna get a flat tire. It's just a matter of how and when. Look at this. Look at this, how long and perfectly straight. I think that was probably from logging. Look at the teepee. I think they understand. I've been really asking them. I think they understand why we do this, but I think they want it done differently. That's all I know. Like better, with more care and more respect. Look how that is just, sorry for my shadow. Look how that is hanging there. I found a very cool, amazing place. Tribal Sasquatch. Whoa. Let's go into the woods. I'm 30 miles in. Quad is hanging in there like a champ. Thank you. I almost flipped over once going downhill. I had to make the steepest turn on the path's like this. It's not, a path should be flat, it's like this. And with this back and all that stuff, it makes it lean more. And I heard that, and oh man, without power steering, you get caught in a rock, and I almost flipped it. I was literally on two wheels going downhill. There's no way to stop that. Look at this, you guys. I got the vibe central for the first time all day. I was with those Dogman or whatever they were, like not too far away from here. spot right there. They're right here. See, I don't think that path changed anything about what they do here because no one comes down it. And the only way to come down it is on a motorcycle or a four-wheeler. And if you do that, you can hear the guy like 10 minutes before he gets here. I'm not even exaggerating. Maybe 5. It just echoes. There's no secret in how they can avoid whoever drives down the road. So I don't think that's an issue. I'm in a special place right now. I wouldn't mind getting attention here. That's how I know they're different. It's how I feel when I'm there. It's not my feelings. It's theirs. You'll see one day. We'll see. All of this, the crazy talk, isn't going to seem so crazy after a while. And believe it or not, if you really think about some of the things I say, none of it's crazy at all. It's so normal, and so it's just that you don't know about it. Not you guys. Whoever. Blatant. Let's get lost back in these woods. I'm going in deep. I've been out for a good part of the day already, but the quad's doing good. I'm totally prepared. And I don't know, if I have to sleep here, I'm totally fine with it. I'll film it. It would be amazing. Like a forced sleep. You guys, look at that gap down there. The whole gap is covered with structures. And all laid down, left and right. Give me a sec. Maybe it is all Sasquatch. But earlier, I just really got the feeling I was with something else. They don't give you the feelings. They can't make, like that dog making me over there. And my hairs, that's why I'm not psychic, you guys, because it's not an ability I have. It's one that the other ones can help me with. But if there was like a dogman, my hairs don't stand up if he's staring at me typically that I'm aware of. It's always when I'm with these guys, these type of guys here. I swear I heard voices. Listen. Oops. That was my music. I forgot what I was saying. Oh, so when I'm here, everything changes. It's more mystical. It's like supernatural. They have powers. The dogmen, I don't know. I think they have the same ability to fade in and out and do whatever that is, but they don't reach you. They don't have that ability. Maybe they're forbidden, or maybe they can't. Look at this. I hope everybody's doing well. I want to thank everyone that supports me morally, more than the financial even right now. I need the financial as much as ever. Look at that perch. I'll show it to you in a second. Right here. If you don't believe that Sasquatch does perches, you need to go watch, I don't know, go figure out like a new hobby. Maybe like, let's think of a hobby for you. What can you go do? You don't belong in Bigfoot, so what we're going to do is we're all going to help you find like a new thing to go watch. But because it's not this. You're not supposed to be here. Blatant. I can't believe this is the sickest perch ever. Like that X is insane. I love this spot. This is one dude. One guy. Right there. I didn't even show you the perch. Because it's in a shadow. I didn't even think you could see it. It's right there. It's so blatant. There's disturbances and footprints all over it. And then look closely. Same thing as always. Okay? There's no one in the world that can argue it. In the Supreme Court of Law, they would have no choice. It's an overwhelming evidence. I could show you thousands of those with the same exact box, with the same exact symmetrical X. Well, that one is incredible. That's something special right there. Okay, to me, that's Bigfoot. That's Sasquatch. Could I be wrong? Yeah. But it's what I think it is. It's where the magic happens to me when I see an X like that. Look at this place. All right, I'm not going to waste your time, because a lot of this, it's endless. I could show you another 100 seats right now, I think. But I want to look for the unique spots, like that teepee I found on the side of the road. That was incredible. It was so their teepee. It was so beautiful, teepee structure. You gotta look so carefully in here, and then if you really do, you can see some unbelievable things. It comes all the way up and becomes an X in this teepee structure. That's amazing. This is right behind this perch and that X. This is a major, major spot right here. I swear they sit because they're expecting company up, not from behind them. So in my opinion, all of their company that they get is all coming up, meaning like they're friends or people, you know, of their kind that are coming into the area for the first time, which I believe happens quite a bit. These things are traveling. Not the main guys, but there's loners that seem to travel. All right, give me a sec. It's all real. I can't believe it's real. I've been a hoaxer for 5 years and it turned out to be real. I'm kidding. You know, I'll tell you, it's one of those subjects, like, of course I know because of what I've been through, but you do need to keep on it. Like, if you don't, you can easily lose yourself away from the subject, which is fine if it's not your thing, but I'm talking about me, I think, more than anything. Like, if I don't come out here and do this, you know, I feel like you lose it. Like, you don't, it's kind of like learning math, like, you know, like trigonometry. Once you forget it, it's like, oh my God, I used to know how to do that, and now I can't remember. It's the same thing. Like, if I don't constantly, I mean, look, even if I was wrong, right, it can't hurt. So I just feel like you have to constantly come out here and constantly be with them. And the more you are, the more all of them seem to know. And I think in the long run, it helps me to find the places that I do. And, you know, knowing an area like Colorado is almost impossible to know everywhere because of access. You know, just where you can walk and where you can't is just simply amazing. You guys, this is one of the most unique, hidden, complex places I've ever seen. Just look at the ground carefully. I'm not going to do a structure review. Just look at everything. It's amazing. Yet, like, I could switch to human mode. I know exactly what humans see, you know what I mean? And there's nothing there. But if you look closely, everything's there. Trident. Look at this. Look at the structure on the side. Believe it or not, I think that's actually a logging. I think it's like something they left in the forest, and the Sasquatch brought it out and was like, listen, you forgot one. Don't cut this down unless you're going to use it. So now do you believe the teepee? It's amazing. That's why you can't see. I don't know why my camera's going blurry. Brand new camera. For me. Look at that teepee, you guys. I moved it, but I love how that thing was resting on top of this log here. It still is. It's still hanging in the air, but it was on top. Look how the two come at the teepee. That's amazing. I'm honestly the happiest about everything today because I'm so used to seeing. Look, tribal. Look at that. Thank God I came back to the teepee. Right there. That's too good. It represents something. Let's see if this one's doing energy or not. I think, yeah, see, there's always a chance it could be. Look at the star structure underneath the teepee. Right, it comes out. It becomes another star structure, goes out into the rest of the forest. Every which way you could possibly imagine. So, because I would say usually this is some kind of power source, but in this case, God, that's so tiny. But you know, like I was gonna say, it was some kind of like symbol or something. Because that one's so good. It's so good to see them out by themselves. I see this actually more than you think. It's just that there's so much other stuff going on, like in back in like places like that. It'll be the same thing, but there'll be like a million other things with it. So it's harder to appreciate it. And then after seeing these sticks here, that makes me so happy, you guys. Look how squatchy that is. There's no other word. Beat me up, Scotty. But the camera just dropped. That's the last you heard of me. I'll never do that to you, so if that ever happens, it's real. I promise. I'm never going to fake anything or disappear like that, so if they find my camera and it's just mysterious, you know what happened, okay? I'm just telling you now, so you can go back to the video. Be like, no, I think they got him. And people be like, no, there's mountain lions, there's bears out there. Believe me, I could put a sign right here. Please eat me, mountain lions and bears. I would stand right here for the rest of my life. And not one mountain lion or one bear would come near me. You know what I'm talking about is the lack of deer in this area. There was a guy that stayed in the Airbnb, and he said he was a doctor and he was looking for mule deer to hunt. And I was like, I guess he's coming back in like October or something. I was like, well, he's like, it just seems like there's a lack of mule deer around here. I was like, yeah, it's kind of weird. He doesn't know what I'm doing. But I was like, I know those forests pretty good. I explore those forests. He's like, where are they? I'm like, I don't know. I only see like one or two here or there. Once in a blue moon, I see a deer. And they're always by themselves. And I'm wondering to myself, is it possible that our deer up here in this area have been getting, because there's so many more of these, whatever these guys are coming in, that they've been really eating our population of deer? I mean, I don't know. But there is no deer. There should be deer everywhere up here, you know? We just don't see enough of it. Anyway, I hope everyone has a great night. Oh, look at that one. What a shot. Right above the quad, all the X's. Old. It's older. There's a trident right there. I can't see it because my camera is blurring. Amazing. Hey. So I'm on my way really far. I mean, I prepared, right, and got everything like to stay overnight. I'm not sure how far I've got up here. Pretty decent way, but right. And so then I'm not planning on stopping. I'm like, don't look, because I know there's stuff like in this area. Like about 3 miles down is where I got that really cool star structure and everything. But anyway, I just had to stop. And I'm doing this video, mostly this particular moment, about Ed's. I got to talk about Ed's place. Oh my God, you guys, I'm still not. Let me just walk in here because there's something special going on here. I said, if you guys want, I actually stopped to pee. Okay, I had to pee. I'm looking, I'm like, oh my God, because you could have stopped anywhere. There's nothing going on, right? For like 10 miles, not 20, about 10 miles. And then all of a sudden, it's just right there, and I have to pee, you know? And they're just everywhere here. So I'm like, you guys, I'm going really far. If you want me to come in here, give me a noise. And they're one clock like that. I'm like, right here. So they're right here. There's no doubt about it. I mean, let's see what happens. My plans are still to go on. But I want to talk about Ed, and I want to go in here and do it. Let it just come to me because I'm really confused. Okay, so look at the marks. Let's talk about it really quick, just so I can get I'm not quite ready. I'm not quite back to normal yet. It's something that's hard to talk about because I don't think anybody's going to understand it. Very few people will understand what happened to me off the camera that day, and I'm not over it yet. I keep telling people I'm fine. It's when you get that good, when it's that good, it doesn't matter who you are. It's something. Let me get in here. Let me tell you about it later. So look at the X. So right on the path. There's nothing like this on the path. A couple miles down, yes, but not right here. And they are literally telling you on the path. It's amazing. Everywhere I look, there's a structure. Let's go back in here today. Give me a second. Yeah. I said, give me a second. That's literally... I don't know why I turned it on. I'll turn it back on. Because I was like, you know what? I might as well just film right here because that's them. All directions. Whenever you hear something all around you, immediately, 360, it's them. X. Look at this. Right here, you guys. I'm way up here, but still, you know, it's the same thing. No one ever stops in that path, you know, except probably to pee. You know, no one's gonna know the signs. These guys are as safe up here as they've always been. I think we're walking into something interesting. I'm gonna talk about Ed. That's why I'm doing this video. But I gotta figure out what I'm gonna say. I haven't given any thought, like how I can explain what happened to you guys. Now, first of all, let me thank Gregory, Gail, you know, Terry, Michael, Lisa, on and on and on. Cassandra, not Lisa, like, you know, separate Lisa than Cassandra. And then, got footprints here. Oh, this is good. I love this spot. They tell you right on the path. You see the X? So let's do some structures in here really quick. I can find the right spot. I can get in the groove here with them, and then I can tell you. I can try to talk about Ed, because that's where I was going to go today. I chickened out. I didn't chicken out. I'm not ready yet. I can't explain. I'm going to try to get it out in this video. I found a great spot here, you guys. A really, really great spot. It's nothing like, you know, where Ed is. You know, I don't know if these are different. You know, up there, Bigfoot Universe and where Ed is are these giant, huge clans. And they're mixed up of all of these different kinds of creatures. Like I called Ed's all Sasquatch, just so you could understand it's not these others. I don't think this is either right here. I can't tell. But I just think that there's like these hierarchies of them, and they just seem, that's where they can do that kind of stuff. They can have fun with you. They're the bosses. These guys have to answer to them if they do that kind of stuff. Like cross the line with the humans, like they find out, and that's the thing. I don't think there's too many secrets on this side. Could be wrong, but I don't know. I don't think so. It's just like us that way, you guys. It's just like us. Wow. Right here you guys are. Now give me a second. Look at this little rogue action going on. Right here. You see, you didn't see this at Ed's, did you? We didn't have this, like some stuff, but not these incredible structures that you may never find anywhere else. Right here. A few people, yeah. Don't get me wrong. There's people sending me the same structures I get. Believe me, when I'm talking, when I say that kind of stuff, you guys don't ever get offended. The people that send me stuff, and there's people out there getting some great stuff. I think I'm kind of saying like the people that are like, you know, out there on YouTube and stuff like that. Look at this hidden spot. You guys, you don't have to be afraid. See, the thing is, on some of these spots, are they, you know, will they just won't, like, interact too much. I did get a wood knock, though. That's why I'm in here. Look at this. You know, so you guys help me on this. You know, what's the difference between this and at Ed's? This question's only for the people that really follow me. The people that really kind of understood Ed's in a sense. And, you know, the people that understand all the other stuff that I do. Like, you know, the Pinecones, where it's all, look how clear it is. There's not hardly a stick. It's all been pushed this way. With your brake. An incredible structure right there. Like, literally incredible. Oh, it keeps going, it keeps going. Oh, do I keep going? You guys, tell me the difference between this stuff and the stuff, you know, when you get to a place like at Ed's. Let's assume Ed has nothing to do with it, okay? I'm just talking, when I say Ed's, I just mean that place. Look at this, they got more X's here. We're gonna talk about that. I'm just kind of, I've been on camera mostly the whole time. I've turned it off for like, I don't know, a minute or two. Nothing happened, but I mean, man, they got a lot of X's here. You got, it's a footprint. I didn't make it any different than it was. It's the same exact thing. Ooh, I bet you no one checks on you guys' footprints. Other one right there. Oh, here's where they are, you guys. Here's where they are. This is literally where they're like really active. Wow, wait till you see this. Look, just open your minds and use your brain. Even the biggest believers, like, don't get used to what you're seeing here, especially on the ground. Okay, I got disturbances everywhere. Wait till you see this. Look at that. There's your power source. I got perches over there. This is different. These are like whatevers. All right, you guys, come on, prove me different. If you're not a whatever, you should be able to communicate with me right now. You could do exactly what they did to me at Ed's. And you know about Ed somehow. That's the weird part. Why are they allowed to do it, but you can't? Like, you're over there, and I know you want to, because I said, if you want me to come in, give me a wood knock. And within 2 seconds, I got a wood knock. And that's why I'm here. I still have this tremendous draw to go up to this special place. I just don't want to get stuck there, you guys. That's my only hesitation is being stuck out here for 2 days trying to walk home. There's perches everywhere. Again, it's the same type of lighting. See the lighting with them? It makes you see, even on the camera, you can't see it right. You can, but it's weird, you know? Tell me the difference between this and Ed's. Maybe I will just do a whole video back here. I'll just get my pack. I'll just go for miles down this hill. Because this is really interesting. I don't need that every day, you guys. I really don't. When you get that close, I'm gonna have to do a whole vlog here on Ed. It's gonna take me about 10 minutes, I think. Give me a second. Look at this spot. What is the difference between this and Ed? They had little spots here and there, but they were everywhere, and these guys could just appear, and, you know, the one picture is just like, he's just sitting on top of a stump, going like this to me, putting his hand, he's literally controlling me. It's not the first time I've caught myself being energy overloaded on camera. It was amazing. That's not happening right now. Look at the trails coming in and out of here. That's a whole trail that comes into this. This is amazing to me. There's a good place we can talk about Ed's. Right in the middle of like a Dogman perch. Is this Dogman? You know, is this? I think so. Right here. Look right here. Where I go are the supreme beings, the real Sasquatch, these real other type, like, beings. Look at the teepee structure, you guys. It's an amazing teepee structure. Look at that. It looks like Dogman, you guys. I don't know if it's the right term, but I go with it because I think it's the other form of Sasquatch. And he sits right in the middle, right there. He sits right in the middle. Tons of pinecone eating. I didn't see, by the way, no pinecone eating at Ed's. In the entire place, I did like 5 miles there. So I didn't even keep track. It was, I'm guessing, some kind of mileage like that. And there was nothing like this, nothing like, no eating stations, nothing. These guys don't need that. That's why when people say water source, I'm always like, are you kidding me? There's no water anywhere near here, guys. Nowhere near here is there water. You'd have to go all the way down to the bottom of the hill. They don't need a water source. Please stop using common sense. They're not like you, okay? Me and you, we need a water source right there. They don't need that. They did however they do it. It's not a concern of theirs. They have ways of doing it that you don't understand. Look at this Dogman. So are some of these structure places Dogman worlds? And is Dogman the one that sits there with the others? He just looks like Sasquatch. I don't think so. I don't know. You know, that's the thing. Like, I'll talk about that when I talk about Ed. I'm going to do the Ed thing at the end of this video, probably. You guys, look at this. You know, when I saw that, I was like, that's the kingdom. Never forget, basically seeing about the same thing. My first time. Okay, over now. You'd be surprised how many times that's how I've done a video. I just don't tell you because I don't think you might not believe that. Look at that X. Is this not Sasquatch? What is here is big. Because look at this active perch. Look at it right there. X right next to it. Well, these are all active perches. There's only like 1 or 2, 3. So is it the same guy, or is there just like 2 or 3 of these guys? Right here. It's a very small unit here. Boom, there's a spot. Look at the disturbances. I don't know if you can see. There's actually footprints all over the place, but they're so twisted. It's hard to see an exact one. Strange new hole dug right there. What is here? Is this where Dogman lives? I mean, this guy isn't hiding anything. You can't see this from the road, but man, if you know the signs, he laid his X's right on the side of the road. That's why I think it's Sasquatch. Here's the thing. I don't know. I don't know. I'm so confused. You guys, I think they took stuff from me the other day. They're like, oh, no. This guy knows he's been seeing way too much stuff. Let's take some of that away. Maybe not, but man, have I been recovering, you guys, from being under their influence. It was like nothing. Here's the trick. You don't know where. You think you know what you're seeing here, but there's this other dimension laid across ours, or ours across theirs, one or the other. And you could be walking right through a building. I don't know how that works. I mean, on this side, it seems like they come and just hang. And that's what I think this is. I don't think they have this on the other dimension. It's more like open space or something. And then when they want to come here, they just step out and they hang out. Everybody needs fresh air and beautiful trees. And it's something that the whole earth seems to share. That's in common is we all love to, even if you were like a mean person or a bad person, we all love to be where it's beautiful. Most of us. To me, this is beautiful. Look at the fresh pine cones. Let's look at that. How do you explain no eating pine cones? No, nothing at Ed's universe. Nothing. Here we got giant amounts. See, you can tell they're all aged the same. Giant amounts of pine cones. Oh, stashed ones too. I love seeing the stashed ones. Look how they pushed them under there. Those are in the hole. It's not red squirrels, you guys. I don't want to hear about the squirrels, please. And that's 200 squirrels lifetimes. Look how they're eating them. It's all being put in a pile on top. Squirrels don't eat in the same place. I see them all over the place. I'm willing to believe a squirrel did that. You might not have, but that's what a squirrel does. And when there's a squirrel around, they go crazy when I'm there because they've never seen like a person at their place. He'd be going da 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 da. He'd be running up the thing. There's nothing except a lot of pine cones. And the other thing is squirrels love to hide their stuff. All right, I'm talking too much. Let me get out of here. Let's go. Let's get the pack. Let's go across the street. And what do you want to bet this leads us somewhere? What do you want to bet that it doesn't even lead us somewhere? It's already part of this. It's just that you got to cross the path. Let's just take one more peek as I get back to that is all right there. Now, with the exception of that leaner coming straight across, which is probably by now pretty blatant to every one of you, but to any other person, there's nothing there. Well, that's not necessarily true. That arch is pretty freaking blatant too. But besides that, there's nothing. And I'm telling you, regular people don't even notice an arch. They just think it's wind or it's just part of their common sense. They don't even think about it. What I'm trying to say is, look, all that's right there. Can't tell. This has all been cut. Just in a few feet, that's it. All right, so check this out, right? This is all just by chance in a sense. There's the quad. I showed you the X's and the signs over there. Look right here as I'm walking it across. Tell me it's not squatchy as hell. Here's a spot. Little thing of pine cones underneath it, which is weird. You know, all the signs. See, today for me, it just became that way. I gotta decide. I gotta figure out who's who in America. I can't figure out which one. I used to know, and I don't know anymore. They confuse me. They don't want me to know there's different ones or this or that. That's how, it's one part of their trick, is there's so many different ones. It's always a ball of confusion. And we'll always have us arguing because it's so many different ones and so many different scenarios and so many things going on that without seeing them all of the time in each of these spots, and even then, you might only be seeing one. Oh, what's that? That's interesting. It's like a little round. It's not a hole. It stops right there. Dirt. Teepee structure. I don't know if I'm gonna go in here. Uh-oh. Let me see. Come across the street, leave the Dogman area. Oh yeah, they're all around me. Watch. Did you hear that? Yes. What I might do is edit some of these together, because once this happens to me, I have to just chill and sit here. And I don't want to just bore you, so if nothing happens, I might just piece together a few whistles. Oh man, were they good. I got a couple on camera, I think. I don't know why I over whistle. Like they heard me. Now they're gone. You guys don't zap me, please. Please don't. I can't do it again. I'm scared. I don't want to go through that again. For a second, I feel like I just had this image of one. Like it's like a movie where flashing image of someone holding his hand out and just. Usually they don't do it that way. Usually it depends on which one. The big one, the big giant one, his eyes turn bright red. What is this? Why only one whistle? I'm not being ungrateful, but you guys, a couple would be fun. Like, see, I'm in the right spot. All that means is they're happy. They were checking on me, they located me, they got me now. It happens. I have over 700 videos, and it's happened in almost every single one of those videos, whether I told you about it or not. They come in, they locate you, and eyes will never be off until you leave. I think they were already on me, but it means I'm getting somewhere good. Even though I don't see it yet necessarily. I'm in the middle of something bizarre. It's like you walk through here. That's bent. And sitting on top of the stump. That's an X. That's a twisted X. Alright, it's got to get good because I'm still trying to get to it. I feel like I have to be in the right spot to talk about my last experience for some crazy reason. That's not too bad of a spot right there. Notice the ground. All of a sudden, it's all them. X. Remember the way they do the shadows? Well, not the way they do it, but the way the forest creates these shadows with the leaners and everything. It's the areas they like to pick. It makes it harder to see on the camera. You don't really appreciate it as much in these areas on the camera because it's hard to see just how special this is. That's not hard to see because that's in the sun. All right, you guys, I need your help on this. Oh, Dude, we got a spot. See? Do you see the pattern, okay? This is 5 years of this. Another X there, right? Look at all the straight logs, right? Spot right there. There's no way to have all of that and then have that every single time. It's not possible. So they're eating pine nuts for sure, right? We determined that for sure. Here's another spot. It doesn't look all that much different from across the street, but the jays came in. That's why I wonder, is it the special guys in the area finally coming through? Like, they got the word I was here like 10 minutes ago. It took them a while. I don't know. You know, there's a million scenarios that could be applied to what's going on. All right, let me sit down. What the heck? Dogman. It's Dogman. Come on, you guys, that's Maryland right there. It's Dogman. How come you guys aren't sending me those pictures from Maine? I want to see some structures like this in Maine. I'll bet you they're there. It's pretty much where the Dogman name originated from. Not Maine, Michigan. Sorry. I knew it had an M. I'm sure Michigan or Maine's probably got a few too. I bet you Maine's got some great stuff. What do we got here? Very weird. Old rocks. You guys in there? I think you are, actually. The others. Look at the others in there. There's no way to get in there. Like, if you don't believe me. Look at this. Look how that's sitting like that. Weird. This is. I found another pile of rocks like that too here, and they're all trails that go in and out of these places. Very weird. See how it's marked at the top? I don't think it's a grave, but it sure looks like one. You know, when you have the rocks that came from underground on top. It's very strange to me. But this is a perch. He sits right here. He's got this the decoration, and then there's all these little tiny seats inside. Trail. Man, I was sitting next to that spot. I had no idea it was there. You just can't. The way they do it, it's amazing. It's like they know our brains better than our own sometimes. Or they don't do it for us at all. It's just that's so different that it always seems that way. Oh, there's this perch right in the middle. Wow. Check this out. Watch this. I walked right by. I had no idea. I'm surprised he's not in here still. Are you in here, buddy? Right there. Look at that. Look at this dugout perch. Oh, I like it. It's a Dogman. It's a Dogman. There's no doubt about it. I find them in the same spots. And there's little being spots behind them. Look. Little pile of pine cones right there. This is an amazing little hidden spot. Not a bad spot for me to sit either. Did you see this? First of all, look at the disturbances going out. Look at the piles of sticks being pushed off. Look at that. Look at that. You guys, look how dug out it is. It's one. Just one. When I can't help to think it's Dogman. Look how much of this stuff comes down and been pushed down here. The footprints in and out of here. Look at the footprints. I just stepped. Look, he stepped right there. Look, footprint. Footprint. It's hard to see, but they're there, right? Because it's all soft. It's mulch. And it goes right into his spot right there. Wow, I love that. I can't believe I was sitting right next to that and almost didn't see it. Was he zapping me as I went by? Because I didn't see that. I always look for those dense areas. You just can't tell now. You know, you look there, it does. The way they do it, it seems like nothing. I was saying in the clip I went to put up that, you know, don't feel embarrassed, you guys. You guys are cool to know this. It's the other people that are the idiots. I'm serious. Like your aunt, your uncle, your mother, your father, those are the idiots, okay? You might love that idiot very much, but he nevertheless is an idiot, okay? Because they just are sheep. It's as simple as that. My parents would be the same exact way. There would have been no way to get them involved with this subject unless it was me, you know, because I'm actually doing it, you know. That was the only way. My parents, now they follow me and stuff, watch the videos. Oh, I see another big spot. I was about to walk out of here. All right, let's try something a little different. You see me okay? What if I sit right here? Alright, so let's talk about ads. This isn't going to work. Forgive this. Look at this whole thing going on. So there's something here, right? I'm going to talk to you just like this. Okay, there we go. So I'm at ads, right? The second I get there. Now I haven't hardly watched the videos at all. Like it just putting it together like a little bit. I'm under this incredible teepee structure. I figured it was a great place to stop. That they're watching me. That's why at first I was going to tell the story while they were whistling behind me, but they stopped. They're right over there. Anyway, they might be everywhere, but I know they're over there. I always feel like they're always in a 360. I don't know if that's true. I just feel that way, just based on so many different times. Anyway, I get there. I get to the shrine, right? You got to hear it is unbelievable how fast they came from each direction, right? The one to the left across the road is timestamp. He's right there. It's some kind of white one, right? They were so interested that I was at Ed's for some reason, seeing Ed, right? That's why I can't go back, because I'll go back, but not yet, because I really, first of all, I don't want them to think, oh, the human thinks we're going to be a parlor, show for them again. So I want to show my respects. Like, I'm not going to be some ADD human running back there expecting the world. So I want to give them the proper time. I don't know what's going to happen when I go back. I don't want to be disappointed. I don't know if I'm getting to the next level, or I just had one out of 1,000 unique experiences. That's one of the tricks to this is you never know. I don't know if it's a trick, but one of the catches, I should say. There's been so many times where I'm like, I did it, where they were right around me in a circle, like right here, like literally right here. There must have been 20 of them, or 10 or 20 of them, all the same, big ones, right? And I was like, oh my God, I did it. It was weird. I never once. You think you're getting surrounded, like you would think maybe you'd be scared, and during those times that's happened to me, I was anything but scared, which tells me someone was controlling me. I think they do that first, so you don't pull your gun out, is what it is. Like I never even thought about it, like, because normally you'd be like in the dark, you'd be like, oh my God, what was that? You'd freak out and you might defend yourself out of fear, even though you shouldn't be scared. Anyway. You guys, I was with them the whole day. I couldn't show it on the camera. I knew not even to turn it on. Like, I just would not do that. I'm not going to ruin this amazing thing I've going. And they got me so zapped. When I left, I was just in another. It had nothing to do with the effects from them doing anything to my mind. It was what I had been through, like what had happened with them. I can only tell you so much, like what, the all-knowing part of it, like, because I'm out here, I'm doing this all the time, and I'm sitting right now, but after a while, when nothing happens, you just think it's not going to, we're too detached. And then when you get an experience like what I went through with them right next to you the whole time, answering everything I asked them for, doing everything, making noises, not masking their footsteps, like everything, for hours. It wasn't like, what was that? I heard him walking, and then it stops and you never get to hear it again. Well, they reassured me constantly. And I'm thinking to myself, like, oh my God. Like, no one's going to believe me. And then, I can keep a secret just like the best of them, I should say. But it's not fun to keep a secret when it comes to this. This is where we're borderline. So the fun part about getting that is so you can run back to your friends and people that watch and say, hey, look what this happened. You guys will believe me. Look at the video. At least I got, the video is pretty convincing itself, even because of the breaks and the things that were happening and the whistles on video. So you have a pretty good idea. And I know the people that know me well, like Patreon people and stuff like that, know something was up. I was getting messages like, Mark, are you okay? And I was like, I don't know. I was, but so what I'm trying to say is you can't understand it. There's no way to explain it. When you see them, and I'm not talking about a glimpse, but when you're getting a constant confirmation, like he's right there looking at you, you're hanging out, it can take you days, weeks to get over that. You don't think it will. You think you'll be fine. Those emotions don't click in until it's actually happening. And believe me, I'm not easily, you know what I mean? I can take anything. And man, it affects you, because I'm going to have to do this again another time, because I can't get the words out because there isn't any words. Like, I can't explain how they do this, you guys. It's to me, it's like, it's beyond like a supernatural thing, They're physical, but there's ones out there that almost seem to be like angels. And I'm not talking about bad ones. Hey, who knows? Maybe there is some Nephilim out there. Remember, they were cast into forest. That was a long time ago. This could be the same ones. I don't know how long they live. Maybe they live 2,000-3,000 years. But when you have 2,000 years to think, you can change. Who knows? Maybe some of them, not at Ed's. I'm not talking about Ed's. I'm talking about other places. Maybe some of them are, very special, angelic beings. I don't know how else to put it. That's the way it would seem from a human standpoint. Because the only thing we can look at like that would be God, or heaven has that kind of magic. Nothing else. And that's what you're supposed to believe. And I'm not saying everyone should know, but the people that for some reason are hearing my voice should. You're meant to. I was talking to Michael, Michael, you should comment in the video about how your family is the same name as Ed and all this stuff. I was saying in that video how some of the connections made over this subject are not an accident. Hey, I want to add one more thing that I probably shouldn't. Look at that. I filmed it many times, and I never have said one word on the camera. Because I don't believe it, that's why. But I think it's possible. I swear, some of these creatures have hooves. Okay? And I'm not talking about because out here. I'm talking about, I'll find these spots where you can't get in there. There's no way a deer walked in there. And you can see where there was a perch and there was footprints. I didn't see it today, but I was just thinking about that. Where I've walked, I'm but I did see hoofs today. Really deep, bigger type of hoofs. And, I just, my brain can't deal. That's why, you don't understand. You think you can see something, but if you saw a 12-foot monster over there and his knees were backwards and he had hooves, your brain, I'm telling you, twists. It just twists and turns upon itself when you see things like that. You're not supposed to see. Things that probably most of you could adjust to in time, but most of the world wouldn't be able to. Because you're here wanting it, It's one thing if you're wanting it, you're accepting it, you've been preparing, and you're still going to go through that. But, just to shock the world it's impossible. They know better than we do at the consequences of seeing them and being with them all the time. So that's why I just lay that trust in them, that it's going to happen. It's happening slower, slowly but surely. Slowly but surely.